question and tell this committee the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Welcome, Ms. Rebecca Miano. This is a committee of the National Assembly, the House of Parliament, constitutionally vested with the authority to conduct confirmation hearings, or vetting as it's called, to establish the suitability of your nomination by His Excellency the President to occupy the position as the Cabinet Secretary for East African Community, Arid and Semi-arid Lands and Regional Development. The committee is chaired by the Speaker, here speaking, yours truly, and we have members who I'll invite to introduce themselves, starting with the Majority Leader.
My name is
Opio Wandai, MP Ugunja.
My name is Owen Baya, MP Kilifi North.
My name is Robert Mbui, MP Kadhiani.
My name is Rehab Mukami, County MP, Nyeri.
I'm Ferdinand Kevin Wanyonyi, Member of Parliament, Kwanza, Trans Nzoia County.
My name is George Gitonga Murugara, Member of Parliament for Tharaka Constituency, Tharaka Nithi County.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Kosing David, MP Pokot South in West Pokot County.
My name is Abdul Rahim Daoud, MP for Nordimenti, Meru County.
Honorable Mishimboko MP Likoni, a member of this committee.
Nelson Arab Koech, Member of Parliament, Belgut.
Caleb Amisi, MP Saboti.
Didoraso, MP Saku.
Abdi Shuria, MP Palambala.
Masemeri, MP Teso South.
Gikaria David, Nakuru Town East.
Stephen Mule, MP Matungulu.
Naisula Lesuda, MP Samburu West.
We also have the parliamentary team, secretariat led by Florence. You introduce your team.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Sitting in for the clerk, I'm Florence Atenyo Abonyo, Director, Audit, Appropriations and other select committees. With me is Mr. Michael Karuru, the Deputy Director, Legal Services, and behind him is a team of officers in the committee secretariat.
We are going to conduct an engagement with you for 90 minutes, within which members of this committee will ask you questions, will make comments about you. You'll be obliged to answer every question put to you clearly, precisely, concisely, no beating about the bush, no unnecessary and unhelpful stories. When you ask a question, it's asked through the chair, and you answer all the questions through the chair. Avoid any temptation to exchange or engage members directly, because in the rules of the House, we all speak through the chair. We will be focusing on one singular objective: to establish your suitability or otherwise in holding the office to which you have been nominated, so that the president can be advised whether you foot the bill. Before we do that, we'll go through a few preliminaries, and thereafter, I'll give you about 10 minutes or less to tell this committee the story of your life. Who is Rebecca Miano? How have you walked your journey to where you are? I'll start by asking you the documents that you ought to have come with. If you have sent them to us, the clerks will want to see the originals to compare with what you sent to them. They'll release back the originals to you. Do you have a KRA clearance, tax clearance certificate?
Okay. Yes, Mr. Chair, I have.
Do you have your Higher Education Loans Board clearance?
Yes, I do.
Do you have your clearance by the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission?
Yes, I have.
Do you have a certificate of good conduct from the DCI?
Yes, I have it.
Have you ever been charged in a court of law and convicted of an offense?
No, I haven't.
Are you a dual citizen of Kenya and any other sovereign?
No, I am not.
You have your national ID card, the original?
Yes, I have.
You'll show it to the clerks. At a personal level, what is your financial net worth?
Mr. Chairman, my financial net worth is 397 million shillings.
How do you segregate that?
I had submitted it in my questionnaire.
We know you do, but you are now testifying.
Yes, I have a house in Nairobi. We also have a house back at home in Nyahururu. The rest are properties that we have acquired over the last 30 years. And what I have shown now...
Say we. You mean...
They are in joint property, yes. My husband and I.
Okay.
And the value is the current market value that has appreciated over time.
That's all? No cars, no nothing?
I have a Toyota Prado, a Mitsubishi Pajero, and an Isuzu truck.
They're all within the you said
397. 397,100,000.
Good. I will now open the floor for these good members to ask you questions. I'll start with the leadership. Majority Leader. Oh my, sorry. I think I'm jamming the gun, diminishing returns. The journey of your life, Rebecca. In 10 minutes, who is Rebecca Miano? Kenyans want to know.
Thank you, Chair,
yes.
And honorable members. I am Rebecca Miano. I would describe myself as a humble country girl born in Daragwa Scheme, that is in Nyandarua County. I was born in a large family of 14 siblings, and I am number 13 out of 14. My father was a civil servant and the sole breadwinner for the family. And therefore, Chair, we grew up with little resources, but I thank my parents that they invested in education for myself and my siblings. And when I look back at my life growing up in Daragwa, I have realized that what was packaged as challenges has contributed to my life. Chair, I was sent to a boarding school at a tender age in class 4 because the weather in Daragwa was quite cold and I would miss school often. And so at the age of 8, my father made a bold decision to take me to boarding school. And Chair, boarding school teaches the pupils to be independent, but what I recall most about boarding school are the opening days. We used to open school on Mondays, but my father never took an off to take me back to school on Monday. He therefore would take me to school on a Sunday. Mr. Chair, I remember my classmates would describe me as the girl who used to be brought to school on a Sunday when everybody else will come in on Monday. The matron would receive me, Chair, and in the evening would put me in the dormitory. The only privilege I had, she would ask me to choose which bed I would want to sleep on that day. And it was a big dormitory. We had no electricity. And I remember vividly, I used to be very lonely the whole night. Then the following day, I would be alone in the compound until other students arrived around 3. Looking back, the matron should have kept me in her house for that night to make me better, but all the same. So after primary, I passed, and I went to secondary school, a school called Kapropita Girls in Baringo, where I sat and passed my O-level and my A-level in the same school. Again, opening days, my mother would take me to the road. I get to a matatu, and Baringo was quite far. I would arrive in the evening. And my father and mother trusted the process that she has gone, she will close school and come back. And so that's the kind of life I had in primary and secondary school. Later admitted to Nairobi University, studied law, then Kenya School of Law, and I was admitted as an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. I had a short stint in legal practice, and my career detoured into corporate world. I joined the energy sector as an assistant legal officer. And Chair, I grew through the ranks up to what I am now. And I describe my career as a staircase career, where I served in each and every grade that was in the establishment. Some of the roles I served, senior legal officer, later became company secretary and legal affairs director, to what I am now. Chair, there was no elevator or escalator in my career. I steadily rose the staircase, and when I thought I have landed, it looks like there is still another staircase that I am here to discuss with you today. Chair, in the energy sector, I am proud of many achievements, and the one I'll point out is being able to steer a company that has provided security of power in the country. Chair, if you recall, around the year 2007 or 008, we had a similar drought like we have now, but we didn't have enough power. We would buy newspapers to check the schedule of when your area would have electricity. Right now, we do not have water, but we still have electricity because of the diversification of power generation especially venturing into geothermal. We have done many other things. Kenya is now number 6 in the world in terms of geothermal development, which is something to be proud about. And there are many other achievements that I have included in my CV. Chair, I have also undertaken professional and postgraduate trainings and qualifications, including advanced management from Strathmore University and the University of Ayese in Spain, program on negotiations from the Harvard Business School, management of power utilities, a course that I did earlier on in life. Chair, at that time I was more interested in travel, but looking back, that is one of the most important courses I did, and I managed to understand fully power generation. After Kenya Power, there was unbundling of the energy sector and separation of functions, generation, transmission, and distribution, and that's when I moved to Kengen to start a legal department. I am a member of professional bodies. I will start with the Law Society of Kenya, East Africa Law Society. I am also a council member of the World Bank Group Advisory Council on Gender and Development. I am serving as the Vice Chair of the UN Global Compact, and this is a movement that enables leaders to discuss business sustainability and practices that will promote business. Mr. Chairman, I also serve in other capacities, but I'll leave that for now. I am a family lady. I am married. I have 3 children, all in their youth and teenage. And I do hope, together with the other youth in this country, they will prepare themselves to participate in nation building for the benefit of our people. Chair, for the docket, I have been nominated. If my nomination is approved, I look forward to pursuing and protecting Kenya's interests, especially in the first theater of our interaction, which we call our neighborhood, which is the East African community. I also look forward to participate in development of our regions and our arid and semi-arid lands for posterity, prosperity, and for the good of our people in Kenya. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Rebecca. We'll now open up to questions, comments from members of the committee. I'll give the first bite to the majority leader.
Thank you, Chair. The first one probably would just be a clarification whether Mrs. Rebecca Miano is the same as Rebecca Mwangeli Mwendo, because the degree certificate in her profile reads a different name from all her other credentials. So maybe she would just clarify that. To